call. Same words every night echo through these walls. I raise my empty glass for one more pour. This has been my office for 20 years or more. Same stool, same drink, same stories that I tell. Murphy knows them all by now, knows me too well. Last call at Murphy's, where the lost souls gather round. End of the line, the only truth I found. Last call at Murphy's, this is where I belong. Been here so long, it feels like home. The regulars are leaving, stumbling toward the door. Murphy starts to clean up, sweeping up the floor. I watch the neon flicker through the rain-soaked glass, reflecting on the wreckage of my wasted past. Chairs up on the table, lights begin to dim. Another day is over, let the next one in. Last call at Murphy, where I've spent my better days, drowning all the cases that I couldn't save. Last call at Murphy, accepting who I am, a broken man with empty hands. Maybe I could change, find a different road, but this bar stool knows my way and it's carried my load. Murphy's been my priest, my therapist and friend. Never judges, never asks, just pours drinks till the end. Some men build empires, some men build their dreams. I built a reputation here among the whiskey stream. Fast call at Murphy, the only church I know, where sinners come to rest and let their burden go. Last call at Murphy, I made my peace somehow. This is who I am now, this is how it ends. Murphy locks the door behind me. Rain still falling. I turn on my collar, walk into the night. Same as always, same as always. See you tomorrow, Murphy. Same time, same stool. Last call. Last call. She came in wearing black, mascara down her face. Said her husband's missing, can you take the cake? The way she held that teacup with trembling gentle hand made me remember why I try to understand. Some cases break your heart before you even start, but you take them anyway, because someone's gotta pay. The widow's tale, written in her tears, all her hopes and fears and wasted years. I'll find what happened, though it might destroy us both. The widow's tale, I gave my hope. 3 weeks into searching, I found what she don't want. Her husband left on purpose and left her holding on. Do I tell her the truth, that he's alive and well, or let her keep believing in a better spell? Sometimes mercy is a lie that helps the broken sleep at night. Sometimes truth's the cruelest thing that you can bring. The widow's tale, now mine to keep, secret buried deep, so she can't sleep. I'll carry this burden, the truth that I won't tell. The widow's tale, and live in hell. She deserves to know, but maybe she deserves the peace of thinking that he loved her till his final release. I write the final report with carefully chosen words. Tell her that he's gone for good, let her heal with what she heard. She pays me with her savings, thanks me through her tears. I pocket the guilt like I have for years. Find a widow's tale, ends in a lie, but sometimes mercy means you let truth die. I live with this secret, ring this bell, the widow's tale, I know too well. She'll mourn him properly now, bury an empty casket, move on eventually, never knowing he's in Phoenix with a new wife and name. Some truths are meant to stay buried. That's the widow's tale. Box 17, top shelf, 1948. Girl disappeared on a Tuesday. Nobody could locate. I was just a rookie when they handed me that file. Said, kid, you'll never solve it. I've been trying all this while. 3 decades of dead end, and leaves that go nowhere. But I can't close the folder, can't say I don't care. Got the cold case blues, keeping me awake at night, haunted by the faces that I couldn't make right, the ones that got away, the truth I couldn't use. Living with a cold case blues. Evidence is yellow, witnesses are gone, but somewhere in these pages the answer carries on. My wife left years ago, said I love ghosts more than her. Maybe she was right about what I prefer. Obsession is a sickness that the cold cases feed. Can't let them go, they're all I need. Got the cold case blues running through my veins, searching for the answers that might keep me sane. Every unsolved mystery is one more light that blew. Living with a cold case blues. Her mother died last winter, never knowing what occurred. I promised I would find her, I gave my word. The file sits on my table, next to morning coffee stains, and photographs of people who once had different names. I've interviewed every person, walked every street again, retraced every footstep, but I'm no closer to the end. These cold case blues won't let me go. The unsolved mysteries are all I know. I'll die still searching for the clues I'll never use. Live it in the cold case blue. Box 17 goes back on the shelf. I pull it down tomorrow, same as every day. Maybe tomorrow I'll see it, the thing I missed. The cold cases never close, they just get colder. Behind the velvet rope, where the city's players meet, champagne and scandal the seat. The major league knows my name, slips me past the line, working on a case where the guilty dress so fine. Diamond rings and dirty money, Secret Service something sweet, high society corruption underneath the satin sheets, velvet rope secrets hidden in plain sight. The wealthy tell their lies in the expensive light, behind designer smiles and imported cigarettes, velvet rope secrets nobody forgets. She sits there in the corner, fur coat and knowing eye, married to the senator, but dealing on the side. He's a real estate king, building on the tape. Every glass they raise is covering a mistake. Crystal chandeliers above, dirty deals below. Money washes everything in this exclusive show. Velvet rope secrets whispered in the dark. Every transaction leaves an ugly mark behind the luxury and all the etiquette. Velvet rope secrets, the kind you can't forget. They think they're untouchable, above the common law, but everybody bleeds when justice has a flaw. I'm gathering the evidence, one champagne glass at a time, watching how the powerful orchestrate the crime. The waiter knows everything, the Kojak girl can tell how many secret meetings happened in this plush hotel. Found the rope secrets, the kind that money hides, but I've seen behind the curtain where the corruption lies. All their polish can't erase what I've come to get. Velvet rope secrets, I'll collect this debt. The ropes, the rope secrets. The exclusive club is closing, but the secrets never sleep. The velvet rope's an illusion that the guilty try to keep. Meet me in the alley behind the butcher shop. He whispers on the phone like someone's gonna stop. Says he's got information worth its weight in gold, but every informant's tale is bought and sold. In the shadows we make deals, never knowing what is real. Trust is just a currency that costs more than you think. The informant's blues, playing in the dark, Every secret told leaves another mark. Who's betraying who in this twisted game we choose? Living with the informant's blues. He shows me photographs of things I shouldn't see. Players in the game who thought they gotten free. He says his hands are clean, but I can see the dirt. Every piece of info comes with someone getting hurt. Looking over shoulders, never standing still. Information's power, but it's also gonna kill. It's the informant's blues, playing in the dark. Every secret told leaves another mark. Who's betraying who in this twisted game we choose? Living with the informant's blues. Car lights in the distance, is it them or just the night? Every sound's a warning, every shadow's worth a fright. He says they're watching, man, I say they always are. This is how the business works, everybody's got a scar. Money changes hands, secrets follow fast. We both know this meeting probably won't last. Fine informant's blues, written in betrayal's hand. Nobody's trustworthy in this no man's land. Who's selling out who? Everybody's gonna lose, singing the informant's blues.
Walking away, he disappeared 2 weeks later. They found him in the river, same as all the others. Information kills. That's the blues you pay.
Where everybody lies, kid, that's the first thing that you learn. The witness on the stand and the lawyer in return. The client swears it's true, the suspect plays their part. Even the evidence is lying from the start. Put on your fedora, light another smoke. Welcome to the business where everybody's broke. Fedora and light, that's the uniform we wear, chasing shadows that were never really there. The truth's a moving target in a city that don't care. Fedora and lies everywhere. She says she loved him dearly, he said he never strayed. The neighbors heard them fighting on the night that he got made. I followed every lead through the alleys and the bars, found out everybody lied about who they really are. Pull the brim down low, hide your tired eyes. In this town nobody tells the truth, they compromise. Fedora and lies, that's the game we choose to play, hunting for the honest words that nobody will say. The truth's a dying language in the city's cold disguise. Fedora and lies, that's the prize. I used to think that I could tell when someone wasn't straight, but 30 years of this taught me that I learned too late. The innocent lie to protect, the guilty lie to hide. The cops lie to the judge, and everyone's taking sides. My own reflection lies when I look into the glass. Tells me I'm still fighting when I'm drowning in the past. fedora and lies. It's all I've ever known, every case I ever closed, built on lies alone. The truth went out of fashion in this paradise of spies, fedora and lies, till I die. Tip your hat and walk away, that's the only honest move in a world where nothing's real and there's nothing left to prove.
The church bells rang at 12, but I'm not here to pray. The bar's my confessional, and the bartender's my priest today. Forgive me for I've sinned in ways I can't explain. Took money from the widow, never found who caused the pain. Pour it neat and listen close to the sins that hurt the most. I've got blood upon my hands that no holy water understand. It's a midnight confession in the church of broken men, seeking absolution in a glass of medicine. Tell me how to live with this, the weight of what I've done and missed. Midnight confession, will I ever find redemption? I let the guilty walk away because the price was right. I turned my back on justice for $100 twice. The badge meant something once, before I learned the game. Now every face I see just reminds me of my shame. Another round, another prayer to anyone who's listening there. I compromised my soul for things that took their toll. It's a midnight confession in a church of broken men, seeking absolution in a glass of medicine. Tell me how to live with this, the weight of what I've done and missed. Midnight confession, will I ever find redemption? The bartender just nods his head. He's heard it all, he's heard it said that good men fall and bad men rise, and everybody compromises. But I remember who I was before the dirt, before the buzz, before I traded right for wrong. How did I fall so far along? This midnight confession won't wash away the stain. No absolution coming, just drowning in the pain. I'll live with what I've done till my final setting sun. Midnight confession. There's no redemption. Another one. Keep them coming. The night's not done confessing.
She walked through the door at 5 in a cold and haunted eye. Said, I need to find someone. I said, lady, I'm almost done. 30 years behind this death, chasing ghosts and second guessing. Thought I'd seen it all before. Then she laid that photo on the floor. One more case, one more lie, one more chance to wonder why I keep doing what I do, when I know it won't save you. You're the last climb. I'll take the final line before I break. One more mystery to solve before I lose it all. The last client through my door. Can't do this anymore. The last client, that's for sure. The file says he disappeared back in 1963. Same year I lost my faith in humanity and faith. Hit the streets like old times, following the usual lines. But the city's changed so much, and I'm losing my touch. Every lead, a dead end. Every witness and old friend who forgot what they once knew or never wanted to. You're the last client. I'll take the final line before I break. One more mystery to solve before I lose it all. The last client through my door. Can't do this anymore. The last client, that's for sure. Maybe I should walk away, hand a badge and call it a day. But something in a desperate eye reminds me why I used to try. One more shot at getting it right. One more long and sleepless night before I hang it up for good, like I always said I would. The last client I'll ever take. For both our sake, for both our sake. One more truth to uncover, then this detective life is over. The last client through my door. Can't carry this anymore. The last client, that's the score. I solved the case, found her husband in Detroit, living with another name. She cried, thanked me, paid in cash. I locked the office for the last time. Some goodbyes don't need words. and forget, reading patterns in the air, like the clues were ever there. 3 days on the stakeout now, waiting for the when and how. But all I got is ash and time, and the feeling I've crossed some line. Inhale the lies, exhale the truth. The smoke knows more than I ever could prove. Smoke signals in the dark, every ember leaves a mark, burning through the mystery. What's left of you and me, following the smoke till there's nothing left to choke. Smoke signals in the dark. She said meet me at the bridge, said she'd tell me everything, but a cigarette burned down and she never came around. Now I'm in his dive again, counting all my nicotine friends. The bartender knows my drink, and he knows better than to think. Every drag's a countdown to the moment it all breaks. Every ring that rises is another mistake. Smoke signals in the dark, every ember leaves a mark, burning through the mystery. What's left of you and me, following the smoke till there's nothing left to choke. Smoke signals in the dark. They say smoke clears eventually, but I've been waiting patiently. The air stays thick with what I know and what I'll never let go. Strike another match, watch it flare and fade. Everything I touch ends the same damn way. Smoke signals in the dark, written on my weathered heart. No more mystery to find, just smoke and wasted time. Following the smoke, it's all I've ever known. Smoke signals alone. The smoke always rises, never tells you where it's going, just disappears. The file sits open on my desk, yellowed pages, faded text. 1953 in ink, the case that pushed me to the brink. She had eyes like winter storms, said her husband never came back home. I took the money, took the job. Now bourbon's all I've got. Every bottle tells a story of a detective chasing glory. Found the truth but lost my way. Some prices that you have to pay. Bourbon and regrets tonight, swimming in the amber light. The past won't let me sleep. Some wounds just run too deep. It's bourbon and regrets, the only friends I have left. Bourbon and regrets tonight. I found him in the riverbed, bullet hole and no loose ends. But she was guilty all along. Been living with that wrong. Let her walk, let her go. Some truths you shouldn't know. Now I sit here wondering when I lost the man I could have been. Every glass another memory of the fool I used to be. Thought I knew what justice meant. Now I'm drowning in regret. Bourbon and regrets tonight, swimming in the amber light. The past won't let me sleep. Some wounds just run too deep. It's bourbon and regrets, the only friends I have left. Bourbon and regrets tonight. Maybe if I'd done it right, maybe if I'd seen the light. But maybes don't mean nothing now. I made my peace somehow. The badge is in a drawer somewhere, collecting dust and going nowhere. Like me, like me. Just bourbon and regrets tonight. No more fighting, no more fight. The past can have its key. I'll drown until I sleep with bourbon and regrets. The truth I can't forget.
bottle never judges, never asks you why. It just sits there patient until the well runs dry.